Yeah, I wonder how many spheres I have grabbed. 85 also. And I used a few for upgrades here. Pure copper ingot. Nice. I don't know if it's nice, to be honest. I mean, of course, probably better, right, than the original recipe. Coated iron plate. I did indeed find a lot of sears. Aluminum beam. That sounds very interesting. Okay. Let's, while we look through these, let's do a hard drive scan. So maybe I want to consider if there are any good recipes for what I could need. I really don't need copper for anything. Crystal computer is also quite intriguing. This is silica, right? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. You can actually upgrade. Yeah. You can actually upgrade things significantly. The production rate of certain items. Automated speed wiring. Automated miner. Recycled plastic. Fuel and rubber. That's also an interesting one. Silica is from quartz, yeah. Or from aluminum. Okay, interesting. Plastic AI limiter. That fine concrete is what you'll be using tonight. Yes. You'll be on tonight? That's good. I might come by then. It could also be good to look to these like space elevator parts. Rigger motor. Still gonna require the stator and rotor either way. Molded steel pipe. Also still requires steel. Okay. Encased industrial pipe. Yeah, so that's steel pipes instead of beams, I see. Okay. Well, it's interesting stuff. I won't say there's anything that will help me significantly with motor stuff. I guess there wasn't a better stator. No. There is a steel rotor. I think that might be a good idea to look at. Okay. But still interesting stuff. Are there things that I can research here? I could finish this tree quite easily. The spawn we don't need. Alien power matrix. I'll want to get probably all of these upgrades if I can, right? Of course, I think that'll take most, if not all, of my Mercer spheres. And that kind of sucks. Okay. Well, I'm getting a bit distracted with a ton of things. Let's also take these power shards. Indian DNA capsules goes in. Oh, they're producing so many coupons. Nice. Let's take this down. okay. I wonder if this is gonna break a connection somewhere. We'll see. Good. Then we have some decent space here. You've never maxed them before. Interesting. I feel like they're just too good to not max out. But I also understand that yeah, it can be a bit, maybe be a bit wasteful. I wonder where all the sulfur that I once had is. I'm pretty certain I took quite a bit. Turbo motor. Okay. I probably have some in here. Yeah, I do. Let's at least make the extra hand slot. I think that's good. Your friend and you maxed the upload speed once, but it's expensive to do. It definitely is expensive. How is multiplayer in Satisfactory? I haven't tried it out. Okay, let's look at sulfur, right? Yeah. Can also do smokeless powder, explosive rebar. Maybe that's what we do first. Nice. I like that idea. Going for the rifle. I think we should definitely do that. Because I'm struggling against certain enemies. Rocket fuel is also interesting. Okay. Let us also do the hoverpack milestone. Do we have the sheets? We have some in here. Then we definitely do. Nice. So we should be able to finish this then. I think that's a good one. Yes. Indeed. And we could just straight up use it immediately. I think it's a very good choice. Motors is what I'm looking for. Oh god. But this is why I need to automate the motors. Computer and heavy modular frames, which we should both have a decent amount of at this point. Oh, a lot of them even. Nice. We don't need to take that many. Let's also add some things to the cloud. What about computer? We have a few in here. Circuit boards, we also have a few. But let's add a few more. Okay. Motors also go in. No, they cannot. Okay. Rods can go. Good. Let us try to get this up and running. I'm excited about it. Okay. Here we are.
Milestone reached. The hoverpack draws energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity. It provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise, you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.
Indeed. Okay. The hoverpack, and we can instantly make it incredible stuff. Oh, yes. This is exciting. I've never used it, so I don't know how it works. We'll find out. Okay. So, from my understanding, it takes from the grid. So no fuel, just power. And we can see the max consumption going slightly up. But the current consumption doesn't look significantly affected. So it seems like it's quite cheap. Oh, this is so nice. Oh. We see it tapping from here. Yeah, but it really doesn't look to affect the graph a ton. Nice. This is indeed fun. Wow. So, there doesn't seem to be much I can do with it, which is fine. Snowfall, hold space bar after losing connection mid-air. Nice. Double tap C while hovering. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yes. Consumes 100 megawatts all the time. 100 is not even that bad when I have 12,000 to work with. It's like a tiny part of my whole power grid. That's very nice. Pure aluminum ingot. Heavy oil residue. Okay. And a pure aluminum ingot. So that means that I don't have to do the complicated setup, I guess, for aluminum. I don't know how complicated that complicated setup is, but either way, I don't like the idea of my first experience with something not being like the basic vanilla way, right? So I feel like I want to do the yeah, I just want to do it normally, at least at first, and then I'll see what I might be able to do with alternative recipes. I just think it makes the most sense to do it that way.
Research completed. Smokeless powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available for the development of high-end weaponry and ammunition.
Nice. So then we should make smokeless powder in the refinery. Is that the only place I can make it? Heavy oil residue. Yeah. I just think that at least it makes sense to do it the way that the developers intended at first, right? And then look to optimizing it at a later point. But yeah, I could imagine so. So we have this guy already back. Is there anything exciting we could make? A hazmat suit is useful, especially for the inventory slots. I think we can easily make what's necessary for it. Is it coal? Interesting. That's not something that I would expect going into a gas filter. Okay. We have some fabric. Yeah, I think it makes sense to go for this one. I like the idea of just having it out of the way and maybe even making it if possible. Okay. What can I put into the cloud now? I don't know. So we will... We also have plastic in here. Turbo motors can go in my cloud. Okay. These can also go in. You as well. Good. So the gas filters, we will need some biomass and... yeah, just biomass. Okay. And they are probably being made in the equipment workshop then, not in here. I don't know exactly how much. I didn't really calculate that. So we could also make it from polymer resin, it looks like. We can even research these. Or the things that I just made interesting. Okay. Where was it? Oh, it was the gas filters, right? So these, can I not add them to a to-do list? Add to to-do list. Do I really have to click 50 times? Okay. So we'll need 100 fabric. And, oh, we can easily make that now. Okay, good. How's the day at work? Is it still quiet there? Pretty much every day, Rob? We should have some place to automate fabric, maybe. I don't know. Is it really that useful? These can be made in a manufacturer. Okay. Good. And then we can do the hazmat stuff.
Milestone reached. The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation by consuming iodine-infused filters. You may find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity. I previously gave you compliments in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on. Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
Okay. Thank you, Ada. Not forced at all. Okay. Good. We can now make the suit. Perfect. And how do we look in the suit? Yeah, you cannot even tell, I thought so. Nice. So then we should also look at the filters. They're straightforward, nice. Yeah, that's easy. We can do a lot of research right now also. I think it makes sense to do. We're running out of mycelia. Do we have some in here? We do not. But we could make it from remains also, which we have so much of. Thinking about it now, it might not have been a good idea to do it from mycelia, because that's required to make fabric. But it's fine. Yeah, we do that from alien protein. Okay, either way, we don't need to think about that right now. Do we have other remains? Doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing any. Okay. So let's make some gas filters. We'll need a few generally, so we'll build 20 and then 10 of those goes into the infused filters. And then I guess we'll be safe from radiation. Nice. So now we have to think about this. So we want smokeless powder, and we cannot just make that here. Okay. What about coal? Are we now out of coal in these boxes? I think so. What about in here? We have some in here. Let's see what we can make first. Alien megafauna. We cannot make this. I mean, we probably could if we set up what we need. Alien power matrix. The intricate condensed matter matrix is used to enhance the output of the alien power augmenter. Ooh, that's very nice. But I don't know what this is. A singularity cell. Okay. Caterium stuff. Homing rifle ammo. That sounds very useful. Okay. Sure, nothing interesting in there. We're now out of mycelia. Power slugs. We haven't unlocked the time crystal. Shatter rebar. Well, we are going away from rebar soon. A radar tower. Scanning for hard drives. Okay. I do think the rifle is just the way to go. Ionized fuel. Okay. This also seems very strong. I don't know about rocket fuel. So it is almost double turbo fuel, and I'm guessing turbo fuel goes into making that. And then this is like 1/3 times the rocket fuel. Okay. Interesting. Well, so there isn't really much to research right now. Let's just do hard drive then. I really want to make that rifle. I'm getting a bit distracted by that. But I do think that we should make it as soon as possible. So what we'll do is we will get the heavy oil residue recipe just to make our life easier. I know that there is an oil pool that we're not making use of at the moment by our oil place. So then we'll use some of this to make the smokeless powder. And yeah, then we'll see. I wonder, so I can get all the way up here, right? Without issue. Yes, but I am running out of power now, which is fine. But now I have some again. Okay. But yeah, I think it's faster, at least slide jumping the way there. But now if I'm holstered, I have these out all the time. Which, since I'm turning these into YouTube videos and like I'm taking screenshots as thumbnails pretty much, does make my life a little more difficult. Oh god. Well, I survived. Just barely, but I survived. Oh god. Please just leave me alone. We're healing up fast, so it's fine. Yeah, so that's the problem with the hoverpack, I guess. You can easily get too cocky. And end up in a bad situation where you have to equip the jetpack. Okay. We survived and I got an achievement, so it was worth it. Definitely. And intentional, of course. I do wonder... I do have what I need for a refinery at least. And what about the oil extractor? I do. Okay. Good. Yes, I have to just figure out switching between these. There isn't like a quick button that you could press to equip it. No. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's see, so oil here and here. There's a lot of oil in this area. Okay. Here. We're not gonna like care too much about how it looks and like foundations and all of that stuff because it's, I would say we'll make it a temporary setup. Okay. So it'll be fine. Let's just have like an ugly little setup. Okay. Just crude oil, 30 per minute. And this is an impure, let's say we do it like that, and then we fully set you up for 75. Okay, so you just need to make 75. You can easily just sloop up, and then we will go into the refinery again, right? For a smokeless powder. There. So you will need 10 heavy oil residue per minute. And you're making so much more than that.